Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in and welcome. If Trump wins, will this hurt or help precious metals? It's a very controversial question to say the least, but it's actually not too complicated. The answer is this: it will actually help precious metals. Actually, no matter who wins, regardless of the outcome, precious metals will come out on top. And that's because there's one common denominator, and it starts with an S. That is stimulus. There's actually another word that starts with an S that could tear markets apart, though. That's speculation. Stimulus is silver's is silver's rocket fuel to its explosion, but speculation could tear the markets down just as quick, just as easy. No matter who wins, we know that there's going to be a massive amount of money thrown into the economy to support people, to put a cushion under all of this craziness that this pandemic has brought. Right now, we know that when there's stimulus, especially this big, it hurts the dollar, and the dollar is a direct correlation to silver and gold. When the dollar index is low, silver and gold are high, and vice versa. So we can guarantee that whenever this does happen next year, it's definitely going to push precious metals higher. It's definitely going to be a nice little cushion that we can rely on to know that gold and silver will be on top. But how long will that last, and what degree will that be? Now, depending on whoever wins, you can tell, one is going to have a much larger amount thrown than the other. But regardless, both parties are going to help, and it's more than just stimulus. Joe Biden, green energy, photovoltaic cells, and these solar panels within the next 5 years. If this happens, a lot of silver is going to be needed for these solar panels, and not just for solar panels, for everything. And not only that, we have 5G technology and electric vehicles. I actually just read an article about within the next year, there's going to be a lot of self driving cars on the road, and all this stuff is only going to push silver demand higher. And not only that, if the price rises, people like you and I are also going to be investing. Everyone wants a slice of the silver pie once it starts rising in price. So we have demand from big business and demand from individual people like you and I. Now, if Trump wins, we know that could cause a lot of chaos, a lot of speculation, a lot of uncertainty and fear. And that falls with Biden as well. So we know that gold and silver are also safe haven metals in times of economic uncertainty when people don't trust banks and governments. So it's looking like no matter what happens in any situation, in any one of these circumstances, it's going to look bullish for precious metals. You can't say that with any other investment. Stocks are probably the most risky, wishy-washy thing to be investing in right now. Cryptocurrency, it's sitting up there because cryptocurrency, ironically, falls into the same category as gold and silver right now, kind of the rebellious, because it's decentralized. Gold and silver, you're taking control of your wealth. Cryptocurrency is similar because there is no bank of Bitcoin, there is no Bitcoin police. It's decentralized, so everyone kind of controls it together, and that could help. But we know on this channel, at least we know, cryptocurrency it's an interesting thing to invest in because of how risky it is. It's not complicated anymore. How complicated it used to be was one of its downfalls, but now it's pretty easy. Even PayPal just accepted Bitcoin. That's why the price is actually sitting around 14,000 right now. I've invested, and this is coming from an unbiased perspective because I've invested into both of these, of silver and Bitcoin. I've made a lot of money with both silver and Bitcoin. I'm just looking at it realistically. Bitcoin has a long way to go. A long way to go. A very rough draft, but there could be use for it in the future, especially as we advance technologically and digitally. So that's a whole separate video. The whole point is this: next year, once things settle down, that's when we're going to see where the markets are headed. That's the direction. Right now, the short term, if you're trying to figure out what the short term price of silver or gold or whatever asset is going to be, it's honestly irrelevant unless you're making some type of big deal or some type of sell or trade. Then it would matter. But why would you be trading in such a volatile, such an uncertain time? If you're a marginal trader, maybe that's the only thing I could think of, but that's so risky in itself that that you understand the risks involved. Most of us, most people on this channel, we're long haulers. We're buying silver for cheap, holding on to it for 10, 15, 20 years. Then we're going to sell it, right? So right now, what happens is irrelevant unless this is the one reason why I'm sure a lot of you guys are paying attention to the price, more focused than usual, and that's because we know that after this, if things turn, if the tables are turned, this could be the last time we see $25 silver or $20 silver. Period. Even if if next year, if the stars align, how and the perfect storm is here, how people are speculating it to be, then we won't see $20 silver anymore, and this could be our last chance. This could literally be our last chance to get in cheap. Now we know silver is extremely undervalued. Most people don't know that, but I can guarantee that once silver breaks above that $30 mark, that oh so that oh so critical $30 mark, I promise people are going to be coming in from left, right, center, up, down, sideways, backwards to invest. And there's a number of reasons for this. Primarily, primarily it has to do with an app called Robinhood, making it extremely accessible, convenient to invest. Younger generations, people in their 20s and 30s, are investing now. But also because of this, it's actually this weird thing happened, and it's actually, trust me, this is going to be one of the biggest things that people overlook. The Bitcoin boom. When the Bitcoin boom happened, a lot of people, especially younger generations, because everyone's kind of trying to make money now. The Bitcoin boom proved that you can make money investing, but most people missed out on that boom. They started buying way too late. So now they understand that you can make money, and this gold and silver rise is the second opportunity they have. But now they actually have an opportunity to make money. So they're going to try to get in earlier, and they're going to try to get in stronger. See, Bitcoin led people into the investing world, but they missed out, and this is their second chance. So once they see that gold and silver are taking off, they're going to want to get in, because this is finally their chance. So that's a whole new wave of money, a whole new wave of speculation, which you guys know I hate that word. But we have to adapt. We have to adjust. No matter if I hate that word or love that word, I have to adapt. I cannot play off my emotions. You guys know I always say don't invest with your emotions. If I were to say, man, I hate speculation, and try to go off the old way, the old mind state, I wouldn't make a single dollar. I'm going to have to adjust. I'm going to have to think about how other people will be investing, because that's going to affect and reflect the market. Just like Bitcoin. Most people that did very well with Bitcoin took the emotion out and looked at everything from everyone else's perspective. And that's what we're going to kind of have to do with precious metals. How are other people going to be investing? It has nothing to do about how we would. How are the majority of people going to invest? Because money in and coming out could be one of the biggest influencers, not even talking about supply and demand. Things are going to get interesting. We have to be on our A game. We have to be able to adjust on the dime very instantaneously, but we cannot do it panically. Panic selling, impulse buying are definitely no-nos. So over time, I think things will play out, and we're going to get a better idea, a better sense of direction. Right now, I don't think we're going to get that. And even if we do, or when we do find out who wins, I don't think we're going to get that, because there's still going to be so much up in the air. It's going to take some settling down to really get a grasp on the direction. And that also means that there's going to be a lot of volatility. No matter who wins, no matter who loses, no matter what happens, markets are going to be crazy. And that is simply because how much speculation, controversy. There's going to be a lot of questioning. They're probably going to try to do a recount. It's just going to be crazy. So during this time, try to play it cool. Do not let your emotions. Whoever wins, if it's the person you didn't want to win, don't play off your emotions. Try to look at the markets from a systematic point of view. I promise that's the only way to invest successfully nowadays. Look at Bitcoin, for example, right? So I make this video to try to set you guys up, to prepare for what's coming next, because right now there is a lot going on. It's so easy to get distracted, to kind of miss the bigger picture, to get too hyper focused, hyper analyzed into things, and completely forget the reason that we're investing in the first place. That happens a lot. Sometimes I have to kind of remind myself as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to be updating you guys on a daily basis of what's happening in the markets, what you should do about it. I'm going to try to keep it as general as possible. I can never tell a single person what they should do, because everyone has different goals, different strategies, different time frames, different financial situations. Everything's very individual, but I try to speak from a general, universal perspective, because what works for some person might not work for you. I'm just kind of telling my idea, my insight, my perspective of the markets and what I think is going to happen. You apply that to your own stack and invest accordingly. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, because on a day-to-day basis, I'm posting 2-3 videos a day, giving you guys the inside scoop. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.